I don't know how to make a dramatic face for my thumbnail. And honestly, if I could make dramatic faces on cue, it would be a puzzled face because I do not know what happened. My favorite, most exciting, most important cross-stitch project had pink saltwater taffy ground deep into the Aida fabric. And I don't know how it got there.
Things happen. And I firmly believe that if you have been cross stitching or quilting or knitting for long enough, something's gone wrong. So it didn't seem like the end of the world when I picked up my big ambitious cross stitch project and found this. It's pink and kind of solid. And, my first thought, because I am me, was I can cover that with 4 stitches. It's a full coverage project. This is not the end of the world. And it's not the end of the world. But then I took my project out of the Q-snaps to readjust it, and yeah, there's a bigger splotch of what turned out to be bubblegum flavored saltwater taffy. I don't know who did what. I am probably as likely to have caused this as any of my children is. My best theory is that a little fragment of it got onto my jeans or the quilt that's on the couch and then transferred to my work. So I Googled. There aren't any articles that I could find about getting saltwater taffy out of your cross-stitch fabric, but there are plenty of articles about getting it out of fabric, so we are going to do our best here. And like I said, my first reaction, even with the big splotch, was it's full coverage. I can stitch over that. But yeah, I should probably get the actual worst of it off the fabric, shouldn't I? And the first suggestion that I found online was ice. My ice maker is not hooked up, so I had to put some ice into a Ziploc baggie and freeze the corner. And I don't know why ice is the recommendation for everything, but we are going to give it a try. I do not have the patience or desire to wash this whole thing, so we are just going to try to spot clean it and see what happens. I have a couple of ideas that I hope will work. And I'm not going for perfection. I am just going for what I can manage. I've quilted Cheerios into baby quilts, so compared to that, this is totally not the end of the world. Let me work on this for a bit and I'll show you where we go from there. I am so completely and totally confused. All I have done is rub it with ice. And that right there is where the biggest of the splotches was. I can see it if I squint at it hard enough. It is gone. Just rubbing it with ice, nothing else. I'm sure that someone who is way more skilled at laundry and stain removal than I am can explain the magic that is rubbing my Aida with an ice cube, but I can see it did not miraculously all come out. There's a bit of discoloration there, but like I said, this is a full coverage piece. That is going to be under stitches. And I'm curious to see how it looks when it dries. I'll update you as soon as it is.
It is now the next afternoon, and if I look really, really hard, I can see the tiniest bit of discoloration there. But like I've said like 5 or 6 times already, it's going to be covered by stitches. This little shadow of a hint of a stain, I am not going to lose sleep over that. If it was a spot that was going to be left exposed, I might break out some other cleaning tricks and give it more of a try. But as it is, I'm just going to leave it the way it is and thank my lucky stars that it worked. I'm still flabbergasted and astounded and bewildered that ice got this off, but I am so glad I tried it. Let me know, have you had good luck with the cleaning tips on the internet? Because I really have not over the years. I've tried the things where they say, oh, hairspray will get that out, rubbing alcohol will get that out, and yeah, I still have ballpoint pen flowers in the back of my minivan. Hey, 300,000 miles later, and nobody cares. But I'm excited that my project has been saved. Now we'll see what else I manage to do to it over the next 100 hours or so of stitching. Let me know if you got anything ridiculous into your cross stitch fabric. Were you able to save it? I hope if it happened, you were. I'm Michelle, this is my romantic tangle, and I thought I would share this with you just because it is so stinking ridiculous that it happened, and I find it hard to believe that it's going to happen to anybody else and they're going to need this video as a how-to, but just in case. I'll be back with you with more videos soon.